Hi friends, how are you all? Welcome back to Soulful Knowledge. In my channel, I am making videos regarding spiritual awakening and Kundalini awakening. If you're interested, you can follow my channel. Plus, I'm making in two languages, in Tamil as well as in English. If you wanted to check only in English version, you can check my playlist. So thanks for like 600 plus subscribers. I think mostly all my subscribers will be spiritually awakened. So most of the videos I'm posting regarding spirituality. So why spiritual awakening is happening, about narcissism, about twin flames. So if anyone are newly subscribed, if you want to check all those videos, it will be in my playlist. You can check that. So till now, people who have been following from the beginning would have understood that in which phase we are in. So the spiritual awakening would have been happen, and we would have been confusion like what is happening right now. Mostly spiritual awakening is happening for the reason to get separated from the narcissistic energies. So why spiritual awakening is happening, I've made this video, you can check that. This is the major reason. Of course, like many other spiritual awakening will be happening, definitely, because each and every person is unique. So most of them I can see that because of narcissistic energies. That is, one part is like people will be like non-empathetic people, and people who are awakening are like empathetic people. So we have like two personality clashes is happening. That's why spiritual awakening is happening. Definitely the shift is here. The whole universe is facing some higher shift. We are all heading towards 5D consciousness. So spiritual awakening is real. What is happening is real. So what is happening to you, to us, about dark night of the soul, facing the energies, feeling the energies. So everything is real. So till my last video, I spoke about narcissists, about twin flames, how we are getting separated from these people, and people who are spiritually awakening and getting separated from these people. See, in my videos, you would have identified like why this is all happening because of narcissism energies, and I also told like what are the different types of narcissist. The three kinds of narcissist are there. You can check that video. So till now, we will be like spiritually awakened, separated from the narcissist, and we are facing the dark night of the soul. So I can see that many of them are asking that they are not able to come out from the dark night of the soul, or stuck in that phase. So I have also made a video regarding that, why we are stuck in this phase and what we should do next. Please do watch that video. And the main thing is, we all are stuck in this phase, dark night of the soul. Again and again, some health issues, some terrific things are coming in our life, and we are facing that, and we are stuck in this phase. Everyone is suffering in that phase. So one thing is happening, that is like you will be like separated from the narcissistic energies. We are like in guilty, in heartbreak. We face that heartbreak, we face that ashamedness. We are in lonely now, we are feeling that loneliness now, and we are in so much of grudge or anger, so that we are like trying to argue with these narcissistic people. So we are like facing all these abuses, and we are trying to defend ourselves. We are trying to defeat narcissistic people. We are arguing with them, and we can see that many people are losing their control, and publicly they are trying to like defend narcissistic people. But one thing is what is happening is, how much ever we try to defeat narcissistic people, again and again the people who are spiritually awakened are only falling down. They are only facing the dark night of the soul. But these narcissistic people, like, they are same, they're not going to change, and nothing is going to hurt them. Even if you assault them in publicly, no one is going to support us, because narcissistic people are highly manipulative people, so everyone are in their side. So it's a very difficult to prove a narcissist in a public. So please be careful before making this as a public issue. So recently I can see many of them, many women especially, are coming in the media and trying to try about their narcissistic partners or narcissistic people. And I can see that they are in the weaker end and continuously they are only getting defeated. So narcissistic people are stronger, and because they don't have any empathy, they emotionally, like, they are very strong people. So we are only getting hurted, and we are only emotionally feeling things. So it is like nothing is going to like hurt them or change them. They're not going to change. So we can see that currently we are in this situation. So we are getting abused from narcissistic people, or narcissistic energies are hurting us. We are getting separated from those energies. Spiritually awakening is happening, and we are facing the dark night of the soul. And if we try to defeat narcissists again and again, we are only facing the dark night of the soul. They are the same, and public is also supporting them. So this video is about to tell that how to change narcissistic people or narcissistic energies. So this is a very important video. So all the videos which are made till now, it tells regarding what is happening right now. This is like a phase 1 stage. So it actually tells what is currently happening. So spiritual awakening is happening, and we don't know what is happening right now. So to understand what is happening, only I have told all those videos. So about narcissism, so what is happening, how the energies are getting separated, why we are facing dark night of the soul, what are twin flames. To understand what is happening, I've told all the things in my previous videos. That is like a phase 1. So the videos I'm going to make from now is like the phase 2 videos. Of course, there are many phases. This is a phase 2 videos. What we have to do next, and the main thing is how to handle the narcissistic people, how to change the narcissistic people. Is it really we can change the narcissistic people? Is it true that we can change the narcissistic people? So all these questions will be answered in this video. So please do watch this video till the end, so that you will get a clear information about how to handle it, and can we change narcissistic people. So that's all this information I'm going to tell you today. And also another thing is, so this is a video to actually like a wake-up call to prepare ourselves to grow spiritually. We are in a stage of defeating narcissistic people, and we can see that again and again we are only getting defeated. They are like same as they are, and nothing is hurting them. They are just moving on in their life. So what we can understand, that we are in weaker side, narcissistic people are in stronger side. We should accept that. So we should accept that we are in weaker side. So spiritual awakening has come to the people to help them to grow spiritually and to become stronger, because we are weak right now. Narcissistic people are stronger emotionally and physically. So we are not up to them. We are weaker now, and we should actually accept that. So dark night of the soul is coming again and again. So I can see that many people are telling that we are stuck in this phase, and dark night of the soul is coming again and again. The reason is to change yourself, to make yourself stronger. For that is the reason dark night of the soul is coming again and again. So change is the only constant thing in this universe. We must be willing to change ourselves, because we are weak. So we should accept that we are weak, and we should change ourselves. So even I have faced dark night of the soul. It was very hard times, and even till now I'm facing that dark night of the soul. But the difference is, every dark night of the soul which I'm facing is, I'm trying to change myself. I can see that many things I'm implementing in my life which I didn't do like before spiritual awakening. So after dark night of the soul comes, I actually changing myself. So it is actually helping me to grow stronger mentally and physically. So dark night of the soul is helping us. So the difference is the every time the dark night of the soul comes, I change myself. And even now I'm facing the dark night of the soul, but it is not the same as before. The before, when the dark night of the soul comes, when any health issues or some situation comes in my family or my surroundings, it will be very difficult to come out from that. I'll be struggling to come out from that, like almost 1 or 2 weeks. I will be immersed in that dark night of the soul. But now also the same situation is coming, but I can see that I'm a very stronger person now, emotionally and physically, so I can face it easily. So nowadays I'm like willing to change instantly, and within 2 or 3 days I can able to come out of the situation. So there is a growth happening in myself, as physically and also emotionally and mentally. So that's why, please to understand that, don't think that you are only suffering, that everyone who is spiritually awakened, dark night of the soul comes, that is the phase. And it is like a routine process. Again there is so much thing to change within us. So one time I thought that, okay, that's all, so we have changed so much, and again it will not happen, dark night of the soul will stop. But again it comes, because there is so much of things to change. Even a small things to change, this dark night of the soul comes. So it is very important to change ourselves. First we should accept that we are weak, and we should become stronger, and we should change ourselves. So I will tell you with the example. Let's say there are wrestlers. So wrestling match is happening, and you're a wrestler, and your opponent is actually strongly built. He's physically fit than you, and he's also trained very well. But comparatively, you're like not that much built or physically trained well. So if you're going to wrestle against him, definitely we know that we're going to lose the game or lose against the opponent. So we should understand that we are weak. So what we should do is, or what the wrestler will do is, he will take some break. He'll build up his body, eat good food, build up his physique, and he'll train well. He'll become mentally strong. He'll get that confident. Firstly, is having so much of confidence to, because he have trained well, he has built up very well, and again he will face that opponent. Now he'll be very confident to actually win the match, and he can also win his opponent. So the same situation only is applied with narcissism. So if you wanted to defeat narcissistic people, you should understand that they are actually in stronger side and we are in the weaker side. We should take a break. We should take a break. Let them be as they are. We should take that break. We should build ourselves strongly. We should emotionally become strong. For that only spiritual awakening is happening, and dark night of the soul is coming. So every time dark night of the soul you're facing, you can understand that some changes have to be happen in your life, and you're emotionally and physically becoming better day by day. So now the question is, okay, now you are emotionally became strong, and physically you became fit, and now the question is, can we go again and argue with them or defeat them or try to like assault them in public? Can we do that? Will it happen? We should understand one thing: spirituality does not teach us to work in a egoistic way. We are not a people who can actually act with ego. Spirituality is against ego. If anything we are going to react with ego, it is going to destroy us. Any small thing like grudges or ego, it will going to destroy us. So definitely with ego, we cannot actually defeat narcissistic people. Yes, of course, everyone are very angry against them, because they have done so much of heartbreak for us. They have hurting, they are abusing, but we should learn to forgive them. Spirituality doesn't teach us to work with ego. Spirituality teaches us to forgive them. You should become stronger, you should become emotionally stronger, and you should learn to forgive them. So why is that is why we cannot like destroy narcissistic people or defeat them is, see, narcissistic people are like everywhere around us. They can be our parents, they can be our partners, they can be our children, our colleagues, our friends. If we're trying to destroy them, like whole world will be destroyed, and it is going to affect you only. It is going to affect us. We are going to only lose people around us. So anyone who's spiritual awakening, definitely there are going to be narcissistic energies around that person. And if you're going to defeat all the narcissistic energies, you're only going to be the loser. So this should not happen. We need people around us. So we should give them opportunities. So as a time scale, this is happening, everything is happening like this. So please be patient and please be calm. Only spirituality can help us. We cannot defeat narcissistic people with ego or grudges or with anger. With only spirituality, with only spiritual concept, we can change the world, or we can change these people. Of course, definitely we can able to do this, succeed in this, if we follow correctly all the spiritual things like nature is teaching us. So this I can tell you with an example. Let's take yin and yang. So already I've explained about this concept like yin and yang. It is like two halves. That is, one is the daytime, one is the nighttime. One is the dark side, one is the lighter side. So it's like yin and yang only. So what happens is, the darkness or the negativity actually doesn't come separately. It is always there. So why it is there? Because there is no light or there is no sun. With the absence of this light energy, or with this absence of this positive or daytime energy, that is the sunlight, that darkness always it is there. It is always present here. Only when the sun shines, or only when the sun comes out, this darkness or negative energy will go off, will get disappeared. It is not that so if you compare with narcissistic people, we can tell that narcissistic people are like in energy, that is the darkness, that is the nighttime energy. They are all awake in nighttime. So it is not that we should like separately, we should fight them, or we should make them change. Once the daytime people get awakened, once the sun rises up, automatically the light will spread throughout the world, and the night time will go, the daytime will come. So now if you see spiritual awakened people are uh, like 10 watts bulb only, they are shining very little. Their power is actually very little, and their brightness is not shown that much to fade away the darkness. So it is our purpose to shine brightly like the sun, to get the energy, power ourselves, and to shine like the 1000 watts bulb. Now currently it is like we are fully fused off and nothing is brightening up. But we should get the energy, get up, and spiritual awakening is helping us to get back our energy. It is supplying with the energy to learn so much of things, mentally, knowledgeably, emotionally, and physically. We should become stronger enough, and we should shine brighter like the 1000 watts bulb, like the sun. We should rise up, we should shine brightly. And so that if we start, each and every person starts up, starts waking up, starts to lead in the front, and these narcissistic people will be fading. So the dark energies, the negative energies will get faded, will all get disappeared. It's not that separately we need to go and fight them and we need to send them away. It's not, that is not going to happen. So we should understand that this is a concept of yin and yang. We should understand that the night time, the darkness or negative energy, it is always present here around us. So if you want to actually chase them away, or if you want to actually bring make them disappear, we should bring the sunlight. Only then the sunlight will spread all over the world and the darkness will disappear. The same concept only is applied in spirituality against narcissism. Once every spiritual person who's shining bright will actually change the narcissistic people around them. This is definitely going to happen. So that's why I told in my one of the video that stop chasing the twin flames. So sometimes twin flames can also be narcissistic energy. So we should stop chasing them and we should start leading. So this is very important. That's why I told in one of my previous videos that we should lead so spiritual awakening is coming to us for us to lead. We should become stronger, then only we can read. Now we cannot do that because we are in weaker position and no one is going to follow us. So once we become stronger and we are shining like 1000-watt bulbs, automatically we'll get the confidence to lead. Automatically everything will change around us, the patterns will change. Maybe consciously you cannot change the characteristic of the narcissistic people, but their patterns will change, their opportunities will change, and slowly subconsciously everything will change. So subconsciously only the change has to happen, then only consciously the character's personality will change. So this is what I am actually hoping to see everywhere to happen. So please do not fight with the narcissistic people or argue with them. Nothing is going to happen. Everyone is going to be against you because you are in the weaker and they are in the stronger end. Now take a break. Please take a break. Let the narcissistic people be as they are. And you become stronger. Spirituality teaches us becoming stronger only. There are so much of concept spirituality teaches us. So each and every time the dark night of the soul, I've learned so much of things, and still there are lots of things to be changed in my life, and so much of things to be learned. So now you would have been changed or changing dark night of the soul you have been facing, and you like to change, but everyone's question is there will be a result? Will the narcissistic people change if we change? Of course, yes. I'm 100% sure about this because it happened in my life also. I changed myself and people surrounding me definitely changed. I can see the patterns changed. I can see the patterns are changing around me. I can see people are changing around me. The opportunities are changing around me. So everything is working according to your karma only. So if you change your karma, if you're able to change your karma, and the things will change around you as your wish. So be sure about that. I faced this, I've changed myself. I can see people are changing around me. So be sure that be ready to change. So be ready to grow with me spiritually. So people who have been following me till now, you would have understood that you are facing the dark night of the soul, and now this is the phase 2. Be ready to grow with me spiritually. There are so much of things spirituality teaches us. So if you're not able to know what the teachings are, I will this is a stage, the next phase I'm going to tell you step by step, so that you can actually adapt it and understand the changing. So people are willing to change, only the change happens in the worldwide. It is not necessary that today we should adapt everything and tomorrow everything will change. It is not going to happen like that. A small, tiny step has to be taken to achieve the bigger goals in our life. It should only happen by step process. Please don't hurry up. It is going to happen only in a step-by-step process, and definitely one day you're going to reach the goal. So everyone will have a desires in their life or some goals in their life. Definitely you will reach the goal when you follow all the spiritual concepts in and implement in your life consistently by taking a tiny step in your life. Just a small step is enough. So every day you should know that am I better than the previous day? That is enough. So slowly, gradually only you can see the change. So instantly you cannot change anything, but gradually, slowly only everything will happen. So there are so much of many spiritual concepts which I learned. I will explain to you. So I'm not someone who learn from a books or reading something and adapting to that. I'm not like that person. Everything which I'm explaining in my videos are based on my experience. It's completely based on my feelings. It's my based on my experience. For example, if you take yin yang, I've already known about yin yang, that concept, before spiritual awakening also. But that time when I read about that, the concept was different, and now when I'm experiencing it, it is completely a different concept. So definitely the things spiritually we are experiencing it is very powerful. Then we are like going through the books. So I'm not a book oriented person, so everything what I'm experiencing only I'm making the videos. So it is like very naturally, it is what I've experienced only I'm going to uh, tell about that. There are like many things I've learned. So on the next videos I'll make all those things like one by one. So the few concepts are like law of attraction, manifestation, the power of patience and consistency. Then wu wei means it's a Chinese concept about the flow of life. It's very important to understand the flow of life. Next is the Tai Chi, about pranaya. So we know that life force energy, pranaya meditation. So this is very important, and how I felt about that life force energy I will explain in my videos. Then the power of meditation. This is very important, about knowing about meditation, the power of yoga, about self-healing, how spirituality taught me about self-healing, how I healed myself from the dark night of the soul and many health issues. So like this, lots and lots of concepts I'm learning every day. So today I'm learning new things. So everything I would like to share with you people. And people who are willing to change or willing to adapt these things, please be ready with me in the phase 2. So phase 1, all the videos you would have understood that what stage are you now. And this phase 2 videos, please be ready with me to grow along with me. I'm also growing in this stage, and I would like to share my experiences, and people who are willing to change themselves, you can also understand my experiences. So, okay, guys, now you would have understood that all these informations are very important in our life. Slowly, only we can change everything. When we change, only we can change things around us. So, change is only a constant thing in this universe. Everything will move on. Everything will change on. Please don't be in a hurry. Have some patience. Everything will happen in the right time when you're in the right track. So trust me. So everything happens in a trust. My life changed, and my patterns are changing only because I trusted my higher energy. I trusted the higher spirits which is guiding me. I gained this trust. I trusted it so much. That's why was able to change. So trust is only the main concept in spirituality. You should have the trust. So without trust, you're going to just not implement anything in your life. So if you only trust in the spirituality, if you think that some higher power is there and it's guiding you only, then everything's going to change. So if you're not going to trust, if you're not going to have hope, again and again you're going to lose hope and fall into the darkness. Again and again you will be in the fear. So very important is to gain the trust. So I had complete trust like my higher spiritual guide, and this trust is actually, it was very difficult in the initial stages to hold on with this trust. but slowly, so around like 2.5 years again, this slowly like 10%, 20%, 50%, then now like I am 100% trusting this higher power and I'm following that. So that's why I can gain the confidence in my life. I can actually make things change around me. So, okay, guys, now I hope so. Like you would have understood that what I'm trying to tell. So, please be with me. So, grow with me spiritually. Please take a break. Stop arguing with the narcissistic people. I can see so much of people like trashing about them. Please do not do that. Don't assault them publicly because you're in the weaker end. Nothing will change. You are only going to be defeated. So have some patience and grow spiritually with me. Become stronger. Have confidence. Become emotionally stronger. Then slowly everything will change. So I felt this in my life, and if I can change myself, definitely you can also be changed. So have hope, trust me, and please do follow me. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. So this is Shobna. Bye from Soulful Knowledge.